All right, let's talk about what it really takes to build a legacy. Today, we're diving deep into a massive land portfolio in Laiya, Batangas, one of the absolute best spots in the Philippines, to figure out what makes this a truly once-in-a-generation opportunity. So first things first, you've got to wrap your head around the scale we're dealing with. We're talking over 500,000 square meters. That's more than 51 hectares. Look, this isn't just a plot of land. It's a canvas, and it's big enough to build an entire dream on. And this isn't just any 51 hectares out in the middle of nowhere. Nope, it's located smack dab in the heart of Laiya's premier resort corridor. That little detail right there, it screams value and incredible potential. Okay, so to really get this, we're going to break it down into 5 key parts. We'll start with the basics of the property, then we'll untangle the ownership, look at its official survey, analyze its location, and then, the fun part, we'll dream up what its future could look like. Let's dive in. First up, let's just get the lay of the land. What are the fundamentals? What are we actually working with here? So the property clocks in at 51.15 hectares, spread across Laiya and Imelda. The terrain is already beautiful, filled with mature coconut and mango trees. But I want you to pay close attention to that last point. It's right next to land owned by the province of Batangas. Trust me, that's a huge game changer, and we'll circle back to it. Now that we know what the land looks like, let's get into how it's all structured legally. You see, this is a key detail. This 51-hectare portfolio isn't just one single title. It's actually a really clever consolidation of a bunch of different parcels. When you look at the breakdown, you can see exactly how the Coronel and Elo families put this all together. It's a mix of smaller lots and a couple of absolutely massive ones. We're talking over 100,000 square meters each. This wasn't just inherited, it was a thoughtfully built asset. And this chart just makes it all click, right? You can see that the Ilao family holdings really form the core of this whole thing, making up more than 3/4 of the total area. It just goes to show you how all these individual pieces come together to create one massive, unified opportunity. So, we know who owns it. But in real estate, the ultimate question is always, where are the exact lines drawn? And that's where we get into the technical survey data, the stuff that forms this property's rock-solid legal foundation. Everything, and I mean everything, comes back to one critical anchor point, the BLBM, the Bureau of Lands Burial Monument. Think of it like a permanent, government-placed stake in the ground that acts as point zero. It's what guarantees that every single boundary of this property is verifiable and legally sound. No guesswork. The whole survey process is a masterclass in precision. You start at that official BLBM anchor, you measure out to find the very first corner of the property, and then you meticulously trace the entire perimeter, marking each corner with permanent concrete monuments. It's a system designed for absolute certainty. And get this isn't some new, untested survey. This property has a deep, deep history of verification. The original boundaries were set way back in 1939. Then, in 1986, another survey confirmed everything, using the exact same original markers. That creates an unbroken chain of title, which is exactly the kind of confidence you want to see. Okay, so the property is huge, and its boundaries are solid as a rock. But that's only half the story. Now, let's zoom out and see where this gem sits on the map of the bustling Laiya tourist hub. This property is not isolated at all. It's got direct access from a local road that already leads to established places like the Puerto Gualberto Resort. And even better, that road connects right to the main highway, putting it on the same route as major destinations like Laiya La Playa. It is already part of the action. And here's that game changer I told you about. Being right next door to land owned by the province is a massive strategic advantage. It suggests that any future plans could align with local government goals, which could mean better infrastructure support and a much smoother path for development. That is huge. So, we've got the incredible scale, we have the solid legal footing, and we have the strategic location. Let's put it all together and get to the most exciting part. What could this property actually become? This is the multi-million-dollar question, isn't it? When you've got an asset with these 3 powerful ingredients, size, location, and legal clarity, what is the highest and best use? What is the real opportunity that's just waiting to be unlocked? Well, when you look at all the possibilities, 2 main paths really start to emerge. First, you could double down on what Laiya's already famous for, building world-class resorts and residences. Or you could think bigger and use that massive scale for game-changing projects in something like renewable energy or even agriculture. And this is where the vision really comes to life. Just imagine a luxury eco-resort woven right into that landscape of mango and coconut trees. Or maybe a super private, exclusive residential community. How about a massive solar farm, using all that open space to power the region? You could even do a landmark public-private partnership with the province right next door. Heck, you could combine all of these into a vibrant mixed-use community. The possibilities are just staggering. So as we wrap up, it's pretty clear this isn't just a collection of land titles and survey points. It is a 51-hectare canvas, perfectly positioned in a premier destination, just waiting for a visionary to come along and create its next chapter. Which leaves us with one final, powerful question. This is a 51-hectare legacy that's been built over generations. The only question now is, what will its future be?